Previously, I began my journey with about $700. I immediately bought myself a Lada for $381 and some additional bits for another $140. I had some high hopes for this car. I cooked up some innovative features, but after realizing that a Lada just isn't the right choice for summer drifting, I decided I need to get rid of it. Thankfully, I had a bunch of potential buyers. And so began the battle for this Soviet automotive gem. We actually had to auction it off. Let's start from $15, with each next bid being another $15. We have our first bid. $30. $45. $60. $75. $90. Awesome. $105. $135. $150. $165. $180. $195. $240. Skipped $225 and went right to $240. Good move. Why not blow everyone out of the water, right? Okay, going once. $270? Great. $270. Awesome, dude. Making it harder for everyone. $300? $315. $330. $330 going once. Going twice. $345. Great. $345 going once. Going twice. Any more bids? Sold to the man in the blue t-shirt. Car of No Return, Episode 4. Swapping my Lada for something new and bulletproof. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. I get why he decided to buy this car. He has a blue t-shirt, now he has a blue car, and he also has a blue barrel. The car has been sold for $345. I didn't expect that. This was fantastic. I was genuinely shocked. I didn't think I'd sell it for more than $230, but I was wrong. I reckon it's due to these guys wanting to take a gamble. That, you see, is joy after purchasing a Lada. I don't know how he'll drive it away from here, since the clutch is fried. If we were to get the clutch done first, this car would have cost us a fortune. Anyway, this dude bought himself a Lada for $345 to do some winter drifting. After fixing the clutch, he'll be able to drift it all throughout the winter. It's okay, I mean, it never broke down on us, and that engine still has some life to it. As we stand, we're down by a mere $45. Of course, I'll take the battery with me, and the racing seat, since I did promise to take it with me when swapping cars. At least we learned that, given a lack of funds, Ladas won't work for you if you want to do some summer drifting. Not by a long shot. Let this be advice for other people like me, who are living out the role that I'm assuming right now. Here's a tip for you guys. Just don't do it. Don't repeat my mistakes. 87 horsepower Lada 2106 bought for $381, sold for $345. Now we take it to the next level. Now I suggest we head out and look for a new car for our series. Let's do this. Oh man, I'm in heaven right now. Just so you know, it's the same day. As in, I tore in my Lada today, then I sold it. And coincidentally, I found out that there's a classic JDM meet happening in this very same spot. Maybe, just maybe, one of these beauties might become mine today. This very well may be the level up we're looking for. Let's go for a walk and see what's up. I actually noticed this one from a distance. It's a Corolla, am I right? Yeah, it's a Toyota Corolla. It's just that I've never seen a Corolla like this one. Even though I do know my way around Japanese cars. It's a 79. 79? Yep, it's a TE31, the USDM version. We know it is the KE30. Looks like you spent quite a bit of cash on it. I've rebuilt it twice already. Holy shit, man! This thing should be in a museum, not attending car meets. We decided to have some fun with the boys. It's kinda conservative on the outside, with some color in the engine bay. Yeah, it's a bit in your face. It's pretty cool, man. Okay, so this thing is beyond our reach. Just something to enjoy looking at. I don't know. What else they got? I like this Mark II, but it has an auto, unfortunately. It won't do it for us, and it's probably pretty expensive. I need something for around $600, $770 tops. We might not find something today. But this is still a nice turnout. I mean, I'm home. I'm not even gonna look into these. I've had my time with ladas. I'm getting out of here. Look, some A86s. I'd definitely get myself one of these. But they're pricey, even one that's beaten up. Now these guys went all out. The Japanese boombox standing next to a Japanese car and playing some Japanese tunes. Now that's cool. Pretty awesome stuff. I've literally got goosebumps. I know a certain YouTuber. He's not necessarily a blogger, at least he doesn't like to call himself one. Anatoly Zarubin. And I know he really loves mirrors like on that car over there. It's an authentic little Japanese touch, which I haven't really seen anywhere else besides old Japanese cars. My dad actually had an old Nissan Cedric with such mirrors. I actually really enjoyed driving that Cedric. An 80 series Mark II is probably what I need. You can find them pretty cheap. And this one's in good shape. At first I thought these were a bunch of rust buckets, but after looking around I see a bunch of old but very clean Japanese rides. I don't think we'll find anything here today, but I'm glad I came to this meeting anyway. It's great that these guys look after their Japanese cars. In the eastern regions of the country, people don't treat their cars like this. This is pretty eye-opening for me. I mean, even this here Crown. I mean, in the east, every single Crown is like completely trashed. I suppose it does have its fans, but people do treat their cars differently in the East. Here people cherish them, given their rarity. And that makes me feel good. That makes me feel really good. Things are quite clearly divided here. Over there we have older Japanese cars, the owners of which just came here to hang out and chat. They're the majority here, and their cars are just parked there. They ain't driving. And over there we have a different group of people, mostly rocking Tourer Vs, who came here to do some drifting. So I've noticed that you've divided into two groups. Those guys are chilling and you're driving around. We just came for a bunch of Tourer Vs. No, it's cool, I like this. This is great. Yeah, I bought myself this here Tourer V, anniversary special interior. I love it. It's from Irkutsk. Is it automatic? Yeah, have a look. It's stock for the time being. I want to give it a respray. It is a bit thirsty. Gets about 12 miles to the gallon in Moscow traffic. I get a bunch of thumbs up driving around Moscow when people see my Tourer V. Yeah, at first I wanted to get a JZX90, but you can't find those for sale nowadays. There are some JZX 100s available though.
What?
That's exactly how I drifted my Lada today. I came to this meeting with one goal in mind. To quickly find my way into a Japanese rust bucket after selling my Russian shitbox. However, these cars are way beyond my league. Since it was dark, at first I didn't realize that gathered here was a bunch of pristine and beautiful classic Japanese cars. I was expecting to see a bunch of decaying missile cars. In any case, I couldn't afford any of the cars in attendance. I did have a good time though. It's always great having a look at the cars you want, Skylines, Mark IIs, AE86s. However, it'll be a long time until I can get myself an AE86. What I needed was something rear-wheel drive and with a stick, and at least a bit of power. The Japanese cars gathered at this meet were way more expensive than I can afford. Let's just say that I had 7 times less money than needed. To be honest, I'd prefer to buy something Japanese. I feel a certain connection to these cars. But after chatting with a bunch of people who've been telling me that there is a certain car here in the West, which costs around $800, which can drive sideways, has rear-wheel drive, a manual, and everything you might need for some summer drifting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention that this car is pretty much completely bulletproof. Seriously, I've heard so many stories about people intentionally trying to kill these cars, but with zero success. These things are built like tanks, tough as a brick. Of course, I'm referring to Volvos. Okay, so I found myself an old Volvo for a fantastic price. The owner only wanted $540 for it. There's my race car. Alright, an import car replacing my domestic Lada. That's good. Hey, man. The rear wheels look like what they install in American cop cars. What can you tell me about this thing? Does it at least drive? Yes, it does. But there are certain issues with the gearbox, for example. You said it doesn't go into second. Second gear won't engage. As for the rest that do, well, you'll see for yourself soon. I'm told that they're unkillable. Is that true? Indeed it is. The engines are quite nice, the valves don't overlap with the pistons, and in general they live forever. I've had cars with 400,000 kilometers on the clock. Zero issues with them. Sadly, the gearbox in this one crapped out. The shell is in pretty bad shape. The metal is galvanized, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't seen many Volvos in this sort of battered condition on the outside. Then again, if you're looking for a beater, then this shouldn't really be that big of a problem for you. These cars tend to go for $800 and up, easily. As for mine, it's definitely worth the asking price, and the documents are all in complete order. You're most likely not going to believe this, but the owner of this Volvo turned out to be the former owner of that Lada which we'd already sold. How is that even possible? We bought that Lada from Felix, and it was Felix who sold this Volvo to Dima. It's a wild story, but it's true, and we just so happened to stumble upon that very Volvo. These guys are pretty much stuck within this budget bracket, selling each other cars for $400, $500. Anyway, that's the story. I keep hearing that this is the only car available for $500, $800 which can go sideways. We're not taking into account Ladas, since they're pretty awful in the summer. I tried it out and it sucked big time. You have to spend a lot of money to get a Lada sideways. So I decided to put my cash into something different. Gotcha. That's why I sold it. It got flipped a couple of times, winding up eventually in your hands. Gotta try harder. Try harder? The gear shift. Okay, so the gear shift lever goes up and down, right? It isn't supposed to do that. If you press the clutch, but first put your foot on the brakes, then you yank the lever, it's either in first or in reverse right now. Go for it. Okay, so this is neutral. This is fourth. Anyway, you'll get the hang of it. Yeah, like in a desperate situation when I'm heading for a lamppost, I should be able to figure it out. Right, okay. You wouldn't by any chance have a parking lot nearby where I could try drifting this thing, would you? That's where I want to take you. Let's do it. Oh my god, this thing is disgusting. The design is all boxy and shit, and that straight C-pillar between the roof and the trunk itself is just, oh my god. But there simply were no other options for $540. This car is complete with rear-wheel drive, a manual, 130 horsepower in stock form, and a decent suspension, and completely bombed-out bodywork. At least I won't be afraid to damage this car any further. The car was a complete mess, but people give it so much praise, especially for its reliability, and say that it'll go like crazy despite its condition. We had to get the cheapest one we could find, and basically find out for ourselves whether it's true or not that such a car will drive despite being in horrifying condition. Fuck, man, this car has seen better days. It's dark outside and the headlights don't work. Fabulous. Oh, it won't start. It won't start for some reason. It's broken? Nothing's happening? Well, the starter won't turn. Nothing. Yep. What are you doing? I'll fix it. I have a special tool for this. Now press the clutch. Switch the ignition on. Right. You holding the clutch? Yeah? How'd you do that? It happens, man. If we buy it, we'll be summoning you to fire it up. No problem. Okay, so I can't tell you what the hell the gearbox is up to. Wait a second. The key part is finding first, and not third. First doesn't want to engage. You'll feel some resistance. Just shove it in there. Holy shit, man. There you go. It stinks in here. The cabin's filled with smoke. It has an open diff, obviously, so... I can't see shit, man. I have to figure out whether it can drift or not. Is it worth buying or no? This is so sketchy. I genuinely can't see shit. Nah, man, this is ridiculous. Nah, dude, I can't handle this. I want out of here. First gear just doesn't want to go in. The cabin is filled with smoke. I literally can't breathe. This car scares me. I don't want to burn to death or suffocate, crash into something or someone. This is too risky. This is dreadful. And we have holes in the floor too. So we have exhaust gases coming into the cabin or something. It seriously stinks in here. You can literally suffocate in here. You know what? It looks like a vape gathering or something. I fixed the left side, but we haven't sorted the right flank. If you put down some mats, that'll block the smoke. Put down some mats, eh? Yeah, you'll be fine. You really only need to weld the diff. If you weld the diff and fix the gearbox, I'll give you 620 bucks for it. You know what, Gene? I work at a repair shop, and I've had it up to here. I understand. I can offer a small discount. Please try to understand. This car has potential. There aren't a lot of cars out there for 540 bucks which can burn rubber like this one. Well, let's be fair, the Lada could also do a burnout while standing still. No, I mean while moving. If you hit the gas while moving, it will spin one of the tires. If I buy this car and nothing comes out of it, that's gonna blow so hard. I don't know what to do. I was pretty sure I could get something for 460 bucks. When I first got into that Lada, I was actually quite happy and content. I felt more confident in that thing. It already had a welded diff, plus it had an EVO motor. Remember how it did burnouts? It could do a burnout. It had a rebuilt engine with 6,000 Ks on the clock. I built that motor myself, so I didn't do a good job. Or maybe I thrashed it so hard that it went bad in just 6,000 Ks. Will it drift on a welded diff, guys? Yeah. See? Everyone agrees. Okay, so they say it'll drift. Now I know who to blame later on if something goes wrong. I want to help you achieve what I wasn't able to achieve myself. I understand, it's just that I'm worried. You can't lose, dude. These cars sell without documents for this kind of money. This car has documents. I mean, you can always sell it to someone who has a car in decent condition but without documents. I'm talking like a salesman. Oh man, that was in true car salesman fashion. He's standing there telling me something. Nah, man, I see your point. Well, I'm willing to give you 380 bucks. You see, Gene, if you... 430 is your final offer? Hold up, dude. If you'll let me just finish. To be honest, this car... I'm willing to say this for the record. I actually bought this car myself for $460. With pretty much the same goal in mind as Zekic. I've already invested about $80 into it. The problem is I don't have the time, I have a girlfriend, a job, and another 3 cars besides this one. I can't find time for all of them. And so with everybody watching, I'm willing to give you a $150 discount if you buy it off my hands right now. Fuck it, I'm ready to bite that bullet. So 380 it is, yeah. And I'll keep track of how you accomplish Maybe it won't work out for you either. I am a bit concerned, but I'll do my best. Okay, so I pay you 380 bucks, and the car's mine. What the hell was I thinking? I honestly don't know what was going through my head at that moment. In any case, I agreed to buy this car for $380. It was more a desperate move rather than a calculated one. Are you sure you need this rust bucket? I already bought it. There you go. Maybe auction it off now? Well, I did buy the Lada for 380 bucks, sold it for 340, and then I bought this one for the same 380 bucks. That Lada was a pointless move in this whole equation. Why did I even buy that thing? I should have started with this. I did, however, show everyone that you shouldn't buy a Lada for summer drifting. It is a bad idea. Now that's a nice Lada. I actually like this. Oh, that's some Bose Zoko. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's deafening. It's cool to see a Lada done Japanese style. It's quite unusual. Now this is pretty cool. It's quite stylish. Pretty lovely. I don't know how he was able to persuade me, but I actually bought that car for $380. And I knew very well that I had to spend another $800 on this car. No less, to get it exactly to where I want it to be. I'm just gonna leave it here for now. I don't even want to drive the thing while the gearbox is like this. I feel the same way, but what you gonna do? Yeah. Anyway, he'll be taking it to Felix. That's the guy who sold us the Lada. He's our buddy now. And now it looks like he's going to be our repair guy. Our mechanic. It was pitch black outside. I bought something, and I am genuinely scared of what the future has in store. Next episode. What the hell? This is a completely different league. What is this? Watch it!